Something that makes a hero very, very strong in any game is having a very solid base kit. Something that is adaptable, something that is very flexible. Feng Mao is one of those heroes that has a fantastic kit that has a whole bunch of things for a whole bunch of situations. If you're looking for a build that really, really kind of accentuates that fact, this is the build for you. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to my hero building guide series. I am Sylphin. If you guys are just looking for the build Cleaving Guandao, go to the end of the videos. That's where we're going to find an in-depth look at each card and why we get them. Now, the very first ability that I start off with on Feng Mao is his hamstring ability. What this is, it's an AoE spin of 77.4 ability damage, but more importantly, it slows the enemy 160 max movement speed for 2 seconds. Now, another very important thing about this ability is that it animation cancels. Feng Mao has a very long, basic attack cooldown. So if you can eliminate half of it, it is very, very strong. And that's what your hamstring can do. So in the very last half of his ultimate, or of his basic attack, you can cancel it by using your hamstring, like I did just right there, very quickly. So as soon as you see those numbers appear to apply the damage on your enemy, you can very quickly spend your hamstring and then do a lot of damage. The next ability that I am choosing to get here is Reaping Dash. It's a 700 range dash forward that deals 41 ability damage if you manage to get on the enemy, kind of like right there. So that's not really why you use it though, because it buffs your next basic attack. It buffs your next basic attack by 10% damage within 4 seconds. Now, the very important thing about this about that buff is that it does work with crit, and oh boy, you can make some pretty mean plays. So remember that can crit. So when you do upgrade it, increasing that 10% basic damage within 4 seconds on your basic attack, it does increase in damage. So we can start being a pretty big burst hero against the enemy. Now, really, and that's unfortunate, as it looks like there's a pretty good gank here happening on this right side. We do get one of them. Let's see if we can do anything with this. No, let's actually go in on... Let's see here. There's a slow on the Countess. Oh boy. Maybe we should have gone there on the Chimera, but let's actually stick around here. This is another thing that you need to pay attention to as a jungler, and that is rotating, and that is trying to make sure that that you can be the help that your friendly team needs. So I'm actually going to come in from behind here. She didn't even see me. Let's actually come in from behind here on this Chimera. Yeah, there we go. That's a very nice, very easy gank there. Coming in from behind. And there you guys go. So I chose to be a little bit aggressive there. I thought I could do it, and we did. I played a little bit of a risky there. I'm actually going to... Oh boy. Oh shit. Uh-oh. That's not good. Okay. So I thought I was going to be able to help there a little bit more, but it looks like Aurora did a fantastic job of moving away. Now that we have cleared the right jungle here, along with some shenanigans there in the right lane, you need to clear this green camp. I know my colors. And go to your weak side of the jungle and clear those camps, because every 2 minutes, every odd minute, I do believe, yes, every odd minute, every odd minute at the 30-second point. Even minute at the 30-second point. Every 2 minutes. I know it's every 2 minutes for sure. These camps reinforce. So they reinforce to 5, and then there's no more. So every 5 minutes at least, you have to go into your jungle and clear them out so that you can always have these minions here to kill. Now I don't want this minion here to actually take down my green buff, because I wanted it to explode on this minion wave here so that it deals that damage and makes me clear this target faster. And the last ability that we get here is Conversion Shield. It's 125 shield on self for 2.5 seconds, and it works really, really well. When you upgrade it, it actually increases a vast amount here. You can see, look at this, almost basically doubles. Almost doubles the shield that you get. For that reason, I prefer upgrading our Conversion Shield, to be honest with you. I actually prefer upgrading our Conversion Shield, just because that extra 100 points that we get in upgrading it is pretty badass. I think that has saved me more times than I care to admit, and you know what? I think that's a very powerful part of Feng Mao. That shield to sustain, to deal that extra damage. Because remember, your basic attacks actually do a lot of damage. They actually do a lot of damage. So I'm going to come over here, take out this river camp. Oh, bitch! Ah, damn. He got it. So I'm going to go over here to get this side. If he's not following me, which maybe he is, I'm going to get this red buff. And that's another thing as a jungler that you really need to pay attention to. And that is the river camps. If you can, the river buffs, sorry. If you can focus on getting those at the right time here, it actually works really quite well, because then your team gets them. You can replenish your mana, which is very, very nice for clearing these lanes, and just having a really easy time with resource management and taking out these buffs. So it looks like this left lane needs some help. I'm going to stay on my way left lane, as they're getting a little bit bullied, and I don't want that. I want to say who is the one that's going to be bullied here, and I want to do that myself. So they're obviously way back here. There they are, and I'm going to just poke my poke my face out, just so that they know that I know they know I'm there. Alright, they're completely deleting a, oh, very nice. And this Countess has no chance. So hey, not really a showcase of anything there, but just presence to realize that the river buffs are up, and that you can go and try to do some damage to people. Now, your hamstring is, like I said, a fantastic source of burst damage to animation cancel your basic attack, to then obviously do your hamstring into another quick basic attack after that. But remember that it still does utility. It still has a utility factor. So there, I chose to wait to use my hamstring a little bit in order to just make sure that that Chimera didn't get away. Now I'm not actually going to go and help out right lane, just because they should be retreating anyway though. But there's a whole bunch of people here, so I'm going to use my my shield here, and we're gonna have a little bit of an issue getting away from this Chimera, because he's a Chimera, and yeah, there's really not much I can do. Nothing I could do. I wanted to save my my Reaping Dash to get up there, but I didn't manage to get there. It's kind of bad, and I should have gone and helped out my right lane. Poor decision, guys. Always help out your team. The Chimera, hey, there you go. Pretty bad decision on my part. Going into Guardian's War for some health. This health is just more so just because we need that in the end game, but here in this early game, it will actually help quite a bit. After this, we are going into a Madstone Gem, because it's absolutely fantastic, but we can choose. Do we want the Madstone Gem or this Empyrean Mask? I much prefer this Empyrean Mask myself, because it has such great diversity. Absolutely fantastic diversity between power. You can switch it for it to be power, like it is now in the middle of your screen. You can see the little damage icon, or if you press it again, then it goes into armor. And if you press it again, it goes into mana regen, which I like having mana regen on here in the jungle, just so that I can use my hamstring really easily to really kind of just make sure that, you know, I have my mana for those key abilities of Feng Mao's when we need them. Now, one thing that I absolutely find amazing about Feng Mao is his versatility. He is super versatile. He has a reaping dash that you can traverse terrain, you can get away, you can close gaps. Absolutely incredible. He has a shield to mitigate key damage from a lot of, you know, from a lot of sources. Amazing. And then he has a quick AoE slow ability that is A, an AoE, B, does a fair amount of damage, and C, slows, more importantly. Like, absolutely amazing kit. And I think that that makes him really, really strong. Absolutely tremendously strong. And used in the proper, you know, used at the proper time and the proper just moments, oh boy. I think he's actually super, super strong. I have heard that some people find him a little underpowered. I don't know. I really just don't see it. I don't see it. He can be a fantastic burst hero, or he can be a fantastic a sustained damage hero. You know, it's the options are really, really limitless, really, with Feng Mao. I really can't see how he's underpowered. So here is this Aurora that's gonna have a very easy. Of course, I stand in everything, and she gets a kill anyways. Wow, my God, holy crap! That was the worst gank I have ever seen in my life. Absolutely the worst gank I have ever done in my entire life. That was absolutely horrendous. Wow, that was bad. Guys, you know exactly what not to do after that. That was absolutely horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. Here's maybe a gank here in this mid lane on this Aurora, but no, she does decide to go right lane, and it looks like I am a little too late once again. So here at this point, you are running around taking care of your jungle, but more so you are actually trying to help out your team a little bit more. You're trying to stay close a little bit, and just trying to be that extra person that your team really needs. So I'm going to try to maybe position here nicely, but this yep. You have, ooh, hello there, Steel. Oh, you missed. You missed, Steel. I think this is our opportunity here. I do want to use this black buff, but oh, you missed. You missed. There is the Aurora. I don't want to do the same thing as last time. There we go. Very nice. Look at this burst here. Oh no, but I missed my ultimate because it was moved. Oh, very nice. I'm gonna use my shield here to shield me from a little bit of that damage. There is the kill. I'm actually not that afraid of this Chimera, kind of. Because I do have my escape, which I'm going to do right now. Oh, but I didn't blink anywhere. What the fuck was that? Apparently I blinked 2 feet in front of me. So I have no idea what happened there. As my, I was planning on doing my burst and getting out. As you saw, I did use my Reaping Dash, but I didn't go anywhere. So that was really dumb. I didn't go anywhere, and that was really dumb. I was trying to do my clutch damage, get out, and then kind of go from there. So at this point, I am feeling like getting Thunder Cleaver, as I do want that very, very quick wave clear, and just so I can be a little bit more of a presence in these team fights, because if I'm going to be doing the jungle, I want to be part of those team fights as well. So if I can clear these waves quicker, that serves that purpose. I do want it. I do really want it. And you know what? I think we're going to go for that. Be a little bit inefficient here, and instead of going into this Amazon gem, we're going to get that in there. So as you can see, if you take a look at my abilities here, I have been doing I've been upgrading them kind of evenly. I do very much like that this conversion shield has been upgraded, you know, a couple times, basically tripling its damage since level 1. I think that's very valuable, but you have to remember that hamstring. Also, that slow is upgraded as well, and that is super huge. So that is something that I think you need to take into consideration when you are upgrading your abilities. And Reaping Dash increases your next basic attack when you upgrade it by 15%. So like that is significant as well. And I'm just not, you know, not completely certain when the benefit is for either. So, you know, when do you switch to upgrading, you know, another ability or not? I'm not completely sold, just because all of them are just so damn good. So here's this Aurora trying to come in from behind. I'm not going to step in there like I seem to always do at this point. Oh boy. Oh boy. No, that's a lost cause for sure, unfortunately. Yeah, so, I mean, guys, when it's a lost cause, it is okay to leave it. I'm going to go over here and kind of protect our Aurora and Murdoch just a bit. I should have said attack right lane, so I am here to kind of peel and zone for them. Didn't use that green buff. I'm being pretty picky on myself, as I do find that Feng Mao is a fantastic hero to play on. Such a versatile kit, and I really think that you need to utilize that fact. Utilize the fact, pardon me, that he has such an easy time in a lot of situations because he is so versatile. Okay, it's a bit of a gank here on this Aurora. I don't think I can do very much, unfortunately. We're gonna do that here, and she's just gonna get away. Anyways, I do want to kind of tell her who's boss, and that is fine. Although it's kind of did just, yeah, kind of just announce to the world that we are indeed attacking this right lane. So, I'm gonna say attack left lane, and attack right lane, just so maybe we can split push here. But no, we kind of all just disintegrated into the nether, and they're not choosing to utilize this advantage here of having the whole enemy team on the right side. Oh boy! Bye, Chimera! Aww! So that almost worked. I'm gonna go in here to lead it. Oh yeah, so there is a very nice turnaround. As I went in, did my burst, got out, and then when I was recording there, that's when I was going back in, because that potential is there. Wanted to delete that Chimera. Unfortunately, he was leaping as my ultimate was striking the ground, which I realized I didn't really explain all that well. It's a Earth Shatters, an AoE wedge of 438 ability damage, and it's pretty darn good. It's pretty damn good. It's a nice little bit of it's kind of a wedge, not really. It's more of a line. And it is a amazing finisher. Really, that is what you use it for, if you ask me. Just because, yeah, you can use it to engage. It's just a fantastic ability to just nuke down the enemy. Really turn the tide really quickly on them, and it's damn good. It's just another ability at your disposal to destroy the enemy kind of all at once. Feng Mao has a surprising burst with his Reaping Dash into an ability, into his hamstring, into his another basic attack, into his ultimate. Yeah, it's actually pretty significant, the potential there. So I'm actually going to, okay, so he's gonna go in there. I'm going to, oh, are you serious? The blink is absolutely dumb with the Reaping Dash. That's really messed up. I'm really not happy about how that has performed in this game. Like I'm your toenail clips an object, and you all of a sudden don't teleport forward. I don't know. Maybe Maybe go back and look at that, guys, because that's really, really annoying. Okay, so like that worked. So I'm not entirely sure what's going on there. All right, we have a little bit of something here. It looks like, I think they know I'm here. Do they? Yeah, they do know I'm here. I'm gonna use this. I do a burst. Boom! There's a little bit of that damage. My right click. Where's my right click, please? I was using my fucking right click. Holy Christ! There's a few things in this game that have really been not performing here, as I was using my right click a whole bunch. Maybe I was stun locked there by the steel and the Countess, but I don't think I would. I think there was definitely a moment in there where I could have used my shield. So at this point, we have the entire build here ready to go. And the most important part is this crit now all of a sudden. This crit is going to be huge, as it's, even though it's 14 CP, it is very, very important. That is where we get all of our damage from. That is where the damage comes from. So we get rid of this Empyrean Mask, because it is no longer, unfortunately, all entirely that useful, as that's going to be what we replace. Here's another engagement here. Let's see what we can do. This Countess is really juicy target for me. So there is that very nice amount of damage. There we go. So that was pretty easy. Let's go back on this Aurora here. Oh, yeah, that's fine. We're gonna see who can win here. I'm gonna use my right click here to mitigate some of that damage. Are you fucking serious? I can't teleport through that? Wow. Okay, so I think what I have learned here is that Feng Mao literally dashes through the air, and so if your hero model is going to touch anything between you and the target location, if it's going to touch anything, if you're going to clip a ledge, if you're going to touch some ice, I think that is literally what is going to happen. As you saw there, I tried to dash over that ice, but I think because Feng Mao literally travels through the air, he would have come in contact with that ice, meaning that he, therefore gets frozen. So I'm actually going to take this real quick here, just because look at this wave clear, absolutely monstrous. So I can just easily take that and go out for a dive. As you're going to see here, what this Aurora wants to do. Does she want to play? Yep, there's the support that she was waiting for. I knew that you had support coming. We're not going to do that. So as you can see, a very nice amount of attack speed here in this build already, just because of that flash fire piston, because all the power from our siphon and our ward. That is why that kinetic is so valuable. So I'm gonna actually wait here to see what happens. I want to go in on this Countess, just because holy smokes, that damage is real. Boom! There's even more damage that my ultimate connects there with the Countess, as I still have my shield, and I'm really going to count on that. I'm not gonna use my dash just yet. There comes the Chimera in from behind. He wants to go on me. There's my shield that I put on just for his ultimate, as he could read Chimera like a book, unfortunately. You really can. So here I'm going to try to maybe burst down this Murdoch. Is that what we're going to do here? I'm going to use my shield here, kind of bait him into something else. Now, though, boom! And look at that. Very nice burst. Finishing, getting that last hit. Just a showcase of that damage. We definitely can finish the game here. And we can go and do that. Oh yeah. Let's use our first here for a little bit of damage. There you go. So, guys, not much a showcase of the final build, but just a little glimpse here of what the final build offers us with that Thunder Cleaver into a good amount of crit, that then crit bonus and lifesteal. So we're gonna go and take a look at the build. So ignore what I just did in that game because I've thought about it more, and you know what? This is the build order that I think actually works really quite well. So you're gonna start off the game with your Sage's Sylphin. Gonna give you a nice amount of power. It is definitely nice and mathematically sound. Get that power, and of course you just need that health rejuvenation because Feng Mao's long basic attacks does really work nicely. After the Sage's Sylphin, we go into the Guardian's Ward. Another reason for the Sylphin and all that damage is because if we're going to keep this Guardian's Ward to the end, I actually like the amount of health you get here. 250 health. That's a solid amount. That's, you know, that's part of an ability. That's maybe a basic attack from a fighter, something like that. It's at least one thing you can mitigate there in the late game, and it's don't question the validity of that, as you know, a little bit of sustain goes a long way when you are as powerful as all of these heroes are. After the Sage's Sylphin and Guardian's Ward, you do something pretty different. You go into the Empyrean Mask for that very nice flexibility that I think works really well with Feng Mao. You can be, while you're in the jungle, you can be spinning your hamstring, get that mana regen, or if you're going in for that burst, you can do the power, and then as soon as you're done that burst, switch to the basic armor and ability armor to sustain through the rest of the engagement. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. After that, you actually get your Thunder Cleaver, but you don't do the upgrades. Save those upgrades for the end game when you actually need that attack speed. Just get the Thunder Cleaver, first slot or something like that. Just get it for that passive so you can clear those camps super duper quick. After this Thunder Cleaver, then you can go into your Madstone Gem, followed by your Flash Fire Piston. Very nice, easy damage and DPS increase here. A whole bunch of strike, followed by this whole bunch of kinetic. Again, really starts to amplify the damage you got on Sage's Sylphin and a little bit here on the Guardian's Ward, plus whatever amount here that you're going to use on your Empyrean Mask. After the Madstone Gem, Flash Fire Piston, you go into a Wind Carver Blade, which has an appropriate amount of kinetic to the power that it gives you, and I really like that it's nice and mathematically juicy. After this Wind Carver Blade, then you go for your Spear of the Rift Hunter. You go for your Spear of the Rift Hunter here for a whole bunch, all of the crit that will get in this build, all of this Spear of the Rift Hunter, followed then of course by a Sword of the Altar for that lesser drain, just to give you a little bit of sustain when you are fighting. And of course you can just go back into the lanes and rejuvenate your health, plus that shield. Man, you can do a lot with that shield, and this little bit of lifesteal here is really quite nice. After the Sword of the Altar, you have one card left, and that is the Rust Breaker. That is it. So the entire build, guys: Thunder Cleaver, your Thunder Cleaver, your Wind Carver. Sorry, your what a video. Your Thunder Cleaver, your Madstone Gem, your Rust Breaker, Spear of the Rift Hunter, Thunder Cleaver, and Sword of the Altar. Link, the agora.gg link will be down in the video description. Go check that out, as that will have what the build is. Again, Sword of the Altar, Thunder Cleaver, Spear of the Rift Hunter, Rust Breaker, Guardian's Ward, and this Madstone Gem. Please like this video if you like it, dislike it if you dislike it. Please subscribe if you found this content useful or simply enjoyed the video. Please, until next time, like always, stay optimistic and positive.